We're back inside the scoreboard, tipping it off. I'm Corey.
Jamal.
And we're here inside the scoreboard.
All right, let's get it. So the first thing we're going to just jump straight into is these trade rumors starting to come around. Teams not doing so good and everything. So I heard a couple names that was out there. It was Andre Drummond and Kevin Love. So what you think about that?
I mean, both two guys right now that are, have been home and are playing for a teams that aren't really that competitive. I mean, we've seen Detroit. They have the potential to make the playoffs, but we're not really seeing Detroit as a championship contender.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I feel like they just put all their money into their front court with Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. I mean, they're gonna have to break them up, man. I mean, they sitting at, I think if I'm not mistaken, the 10th or 11th seed right now in the East, and they under 500. So they gotta do something. I'm thinking. I heard. I was actually listening to the Woj and Zach Lowe podcast, and they were saying that possibility. They were just throwing it out there that Dallas might be a trade destination for Andre Drummond.
Okay, I can actually see that. I mean, both of the guys, again, even though we're talking about their teams, their prospective teams aren't that good. Both of these guys have a lot of talent still.
Yeah, they're still solid. Blake, he's not in the prime athletically of his career, but he's still he's more skillful than when he first got into the league. And I wouldn't mind seeing Drummond with KP. I think that'd be a nice little two players in the front court. Then with Luka, who's really, I mean, they list him, I think, small forward, but he kind of like a guard in the forward. That'd be a nice little three core, and then have some shooters around them. That'd be a nice place. Any other place you think he should go?
As far as Andre, I think Miami would be another good place to go. Boston would be another good place to go. Now, as far as these teams having items and pieces to make it happen, I don't know, but teams that can use it,
cat room and all that.
I would just hate to see Andre get traded just to be in the same spot he's in now.
Yeah, to be like a mediocre or below 500 or kind of underperforming. But one team I would, like you pointed out, Boston, I think that'd be a tough spot. Tough in a good way, a good spot for him to be on. That's because who's going to play the 4? They'll probably have
Ennis.
He can probably come off the bench. But I would love to see Drummond. I'd like to see Drummond with the Celtics, though. Just that they need a big man who can defend and rebound. Because they're going to have to, in the East, they're going to have to deal with the Sixers. They're going to have to deal with Milwaukee.
Giannis,
yeah, so they're going to need a big man.
It's going to be definitely big problems. So, I think that's two big ones.
All right. So as far as like Kevin Love, I did hear, it was a couple rumors that Portland might be interested in him. How do you like that fit?
Oh, I love that. I don't really see, maybe you can shed some light on it. I don't really see the purpose, of Kevin Love, because Kevin Love is not doing much different than what a Melo would do right now. No disrespect. Kevin might grab some more boards.
Yeah, I would say more boards. And maybe
more durability. Maybe.
Consistent 3-point shooter. That's just going to, with the pick and roll, he can, them outlet passes. He can start the fast break a little quicker than Melo can. So, it's a plus
to it. Willing passer, my bad.
Yeah.
Willing passer, though.
But, yeah, boards, a little bit more size. I like him better from a 3-point range than Melo. I think Melo's a better scorer, so don't get me wrong. I think Kevin Love's a better shooter, but Melo is definitely a better scorer. But I'm with you. I think that fit in the starting lineup. I wouldn't like that because, Norwich is going to come back. I think they said they might ship Whiteside to get him.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, if Norwich come back, Kevin Love at the 4, Melo, hey, bro, you might have to come off the bench.
Oh, I'm sure he's okay with that. I'm sure he'll
he can play the
that.
3. Or he can still play the 3. They'll just be a little slow out there with Kevin Love and Melo in your starting lineup.
And you can't be slow out. You can't be slow out west.
And you're undersized at the 2 with CJ. So I think it'd be ideal. I would like that, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see.
All right, man. So how you feel about this load management that's going around the NBA? Well, not really going around. It's really one team I'm seeing that's doing it and one player that's honestly doing it.
Go ahead, speak on it.
Kawhi.
Yep.
I don't feel like load management is cool and all, but my thing is, man, when people pay that money to come see you,
they want to see you. And,
yeah,
and,
man.
And what you got to
up.
understand is, Drizzy, I know sometimes me and you, we can buy tickets maybe to go see Hornets a week before, and it's not really a big deal. You know,
because they're gonna have tickets available.
Exactly.
And affordable.
Exactly. Put yourself as a guy maybe living in California, planning on traveling to Washington to catch your favorite. You know what I mean? So you got fans investing time and money and not seeing the guys that they paid to come see.
A mom or dad paying, working 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
They saving money to come see the game. They go to a game like Lakers versus Clippers or Clippers versus Milwaukee.
Yep.
They thinking they finna see a matchup with Kawhi and Giannis.
They're resting tonight.
That's not a good look. I mean, I get it. You do want to like kind of watch the injuries and everything, monitor him, but he hasn't had surgery in his whole career there. So, and then Paul George is playing, I think, most of the games, and he's just coming off another shoulder surgery, and he's playing. So I think Kawhi. I mean, look, I don't mind him resting games, but I think some matchups he should definitely play.
For sure. I mean, but, I think the NBA is kind of recognizing that issue, especially I know you heard about the possible new implementation of a in-season tournament that would actually pay out a $1 million cash prize to each teammate. Not the team, but the teammate.
Man, no.
You don't like that?
They don't. $1 million would be cool for them, but that ain't nothing for them. You know what I'm saying? These guys want to win titles. I don't like the tournament thing in the NBA.
I don't know. I think what the tournament thing will do is highlight if certain teams would benefit for something like that. Get what I'm saying? Like a Miami, a team that can compete, a team that really could beat you out of 3 games, depending on how the setup of the tournament is. That's a team that I feel teams like that, or Trailblazers, those sort of teams, or Denver, those sort of teams would benefit.
Competitive teams, more exposure. I mean,
more exposure, but may not have the ammo as far as the artillery on a team like a AD, like a LeBron stack.
That that you can go to them anytime.
Yeah, so you got some hardworking guys that will probably play their ass off.
I saw that tournament thing. I just, man, I don't know, man. I don't know how they're going to throw that in there. I saw a couple formats that were tweeting about it. Shane McWolves was talking about it, but I would have to actually see a whole, them break it down and explain it fully for me to grasp, like, what's the main objective of it, really, for me.
They would have to still orchestrate it in a way to where these games not only count towards the tournament, but count towards the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think they were saying, I saw Bill Simmons. He made one where he was saying that they would count as like buys for the, not buys, something like like you have home court advantage or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Playoff time. I mean, I can see what that
incentives.
Is helpful. Yeah,
basically.
He was like, because the players already got money, which is a great point. I mean, you can have a 6-man coming off the bench making $15 million a year. So, these guys making money. So I don't think a $1 million bonus. I mean, it helps. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nobody gonna turn down $1 million.
Yeah, it'll just be a plus.
Yeah, like, okay.
Yeah, not really pressed for it, but
But yeah, getting back to load management, I don't think it'd be a trend or anything like that. I think Kawhi kind of getting a bad name for it. It's just, it worked for him last year in Toronto. I just hope it's not a trend. Let that be Kawhi's thing. In San Antonio, they used to rest players. So he's used to that. So I just don't want it to become a trend. But I don't think it will be. But I just don't want a bunch of star players resting.
Certain guys not gonna do it. You know what I mean? Certain guys just not gonna do it. They not just
one out of 4 games resting or 1 out of 5 games resting. I mean, if you healthy and can play, suit up. You already getting paid.
You're getting paid good. Top dollar, dog.
Play what? 2.5 hours?
Come on,
pickup basketball?
Top dog. Your favorite sport in the world. Your favorite thing to do. Top dollars.
2.5 hours. You don't got to practice. Come on, just show up to the game, man.
I understand it's just a long season, 82 games, not to mention if you a playoff contending team, but give the fans something to look forward to during the regular season, or it's no point in having these 82 games.
A good 30 minutes, man. A good 30 minutes, that's all.
Pull them.
All right, so the next subject I'm going to talk to, just because I saw that they're looking real good right now coming out the East, the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, yeah, defense.
Yeah.
Defense.
They big and they can score with the guards. They got a nice squad, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they beat the Lakers, even though the Lakers ain't have AD, but they're really looking good. Victor Oladipo, he's not back yet. Brogdon's hooping. They got Jeremy Lamb,
brothers.
Holiday, yeah, both of them. And then Miles Turner came back, and then Sabonis, and then T.J. Warren was a nice pickup for them.
He
got kind of like Phoenix. That. Kind of got an all around game. So I think the Pacers. I think they're gonna be in the playoffs, and I think if Oladipo get back and get healthy, they're gonna be a team to be working with.
For sure. I mean, if we think back, even last time we seen a healthy Oladipo, they were scary a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They were scary. I think it's competitive.
Now with Brogdon, I think that's a game changer. And having T.J. Warren there is also, like another scorer there that helps with him as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then, just kind of even piggybacking off of that, it's some other guys right now who we're kind of anticipating, like somebody else out east, out in Brooklyn. waiting on Kai to kind
Oh
of
yeah,
get back
Kyrie
into the
Irving.
lineup.
Oh yeah, with Brooklyn. Yeah, cause they I think they're like 3 or 4 games over 500 right now.
Maybe
And
so.
Spencer Dinwiddie been hooping.
Hooping.
And hooping. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
And I'm kind of seeing a trend. I know you might have a different opinion, but I'm seeing a trend where Kyrie is a great asset to a team, but Kyrie is not the team. You know, you can't take LeBron off the Lakers right now.
yeah. So you're just saying he's a nice piece to have.
Definitely. He's a nice piece to have.
Nice
He's a
luxury
nice
car.
accessory.
Nice luxury car to have, when needed.
You sit it in the garage, but you pull that
On a
thing
week
out
out,
when you
on a
need to.
weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just think they're gonna have to. I mean, he gonna come back. I think, but he missing a lot of games. I'm surprised he missing this many games. I thought it'd be like 4 or 5 games, but I think he done missed at least more than 10 games since. I guess I'm not sure exactly what injury he has, but he done missed a good amount of games. But like I said, they've been maintaining, and they done had a better record without him. So we'll see how
we saw that again. Where else last year?
Oh yeah,
Boston.
up in Boston. Yeah, or the year before when they went to the playoffs.
Right.
And everything, but I think they're gonna be all right though. They got some nice size with Allen. I always mess up this guy name. The second-year player, Allen, and then DeAndre Jordan. So they're gonna be all right. Yeah. I think Spencer Dinwiddie should be an all-star this year. If he keeps playing the way he is, he should be an all-star. Especially if they're over 500 in the playoffs.
He would be deserving of it. He wouldn't be the only one. You know, it's a lot out there in the East.
It is, but I think your record gonna have a lot to do with it.
Okay.
In Brooklyn, I think their record is gonna speak for itself without Kyrie and without KD.
That guard spot gonna be tough because you got so many out east. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't ignore Bradley Beal. You can't ignore what he doing.
You got Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler,
Kemba.
You got Ben Simmons. I don't know if they're gonna label him as a forward or point guard.
Probably
but they'll probably give him the guard spot out there. So they got Trae Young. I mean, people just gonna vote for him just so.
Off the stats, show,
the muscle, stats, and then the highlight plays. So
definitely,
he gonna be in there.
He's deserving of it though. I'm not gonna take that away. He's a guy that surprised me this year.
I ain't gonna say disappointing, but I thought they'd have a.
The team.
I think I would have thought their record would have looked similar to what kind of like Detroit, Charlotte, and Orlando Magic, kind of like at the fight for that AC, and they got the worst record in the East right now.
I think they only won 67 games right now. It's not too good.
I was like, man, I really expected a lot more from them. I mean, but John Collins, I think he's still suspended though.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that got something to do with it.
Heavy.
So what's going on with your boy Deion Waiters, man? You think he gonna tighten up? Cause he done got suspended like a couple of times by the team.
It'll be nice to see him. I wish we were speaking on a more relevant Waiters. You know what I mean? When the last time we seen Waiters really go? Earlier this year, he did have a few good games, but I mean, when is the last time we really seen Waiters get in that groove to where, okay, this is another consistent guy, whether he's your sixth man coming off the bench or maybe he's a guy starting for a couple of games. He was productive. I don't think we have seen that in a minute.
I think it was either at the end of last year or a year before that where he hit that game winner against the Warriors when they was in Miami. He hit a guy. I'm not sure if that's last year or the year before that, but he was like, okay, Deion coming in. That was right after the injury or whatever.
I mean, we've known he could score.
It's just been about
is he consistent?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's almost like a Patriot. They don't play them games, man. You got to come there and come to work. So
don't matter who on the roster. Doesn't matter, who's healthy, who's active that night. That team competes every night.
And I heard they're trying to get rid of him.
Rid of.
Yeah, I hope everything they can work something out where he could play. I would love to see him with Jimmy Butler and the rest of them young guys. But if you can't, I mean, I can't think of a team right now where he would look good on. It's just hard for me to think of a team at the top of my head for Deion to fit as far as personality,
what he brings to the table.
Yeah, as far as like pairing him with another player, another point guard. So we'll see.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough.
And then. We're gonna stay on the basketball. We're gonna touch on football this episode as well, but we're gonna stick to the basketball. One more note that I want to kind of finish on is Andre Iguodala. I know Memphis, they trying to trade for him, but they want to. It's like rumblings that they want a first round pick for him.
Yeah, that's too much. He's not worth that.
An aging player, and I mean Andre Iguodala is really that guy that comes in the factor at playoff time.
Yeah, that's what he brings.
In the series, an extra defender. I know Houston is after him, and of course the Clippers and the Lakers would like to get him. Where would you want him to be?
Just how we were speaking about the Kevin Loves, of the league. I would like to see him in June. You know what I mean? I would
Yeah.
like to see him in May. You know, so on a competitive team, whether that be, I can't see him out in L.A. Well, I can't see him. No, I can't see him in L.A. Clippers or
For real?
Lakers. I can't.
I can see him with the Lakers more so the Clippers.
Okay.
Because the Clippers got Mo Harkless and they got even Patrick Patterson. He's a forward. They got Mo Harkless, Kawhi, Paul George. It's a little cluttered at that 3 position and everything.
I just don't see the room. I don't see why why go get him if he's gonna be, because he's still gonna be sharing those minutes.
Yeah.
Those those needed defensive times. Perimeter with Danny Green.
Because you talking about the Lakers?
With the Lakers, you know what I mean?
Let's just say their defensive lineup is Rondo,
Bradley.
Let's see, Rondo. Cause their best defensive lineup would be Avery Bradley. I'm not even gonna put Rondo in there. Not this Rondo. He's a playmaker, but on defensive, let's say LeBron's playing the 1 offensively. Defensively, Avery Bradley, Danny Green, LeBron, AD, and Dwight.
Yeah.
But you could throw Iggy in there like Avery Bradley guarding the 1, Danny Green guarding the 2, LeBron guarding the 3, or LeBron guarding the 4, Iggy guarding the 3, AD guarding the 5. That's a quick lineup right there.
It's a quick lineup. It's just are the teams gonna make the sacrifice? You know what I mean? To do it, is it worth that?
To get him, yeah. I think he's gonna get bought out, and my gut feeling tell me if he get bought out, his contract gets bought out by Memphis later on in the season. I think I got him going to the Lakers, unless some other roster changes happen where he may go to the Clippers or Houston. I don't want to see him on Houston, just because I done seen where Houston does in the playoffs. Style. I mean, it was great when they had CP the first year, and they went to war with them boys. But I would rather see him with the Lakers or the Clippers.
I would definitely rather see him not with the Lakers or the Clippers, but I'd definitely rather see him on another, like I said, competitive team. Yeah,
most definitely.
For sure.
All right. One last subject, man. I just thought of this, man, right before we started. Because they just came out with the basketball Hall of Fame nominees. Kobe was on there. Tim Duncan, KG, all of those, guaranteed Hall of Famers, no question. Another guy, I think he's pretty much in there as well. He already got the rings, got the All-Star games. A lot of people was questioning Chris Bosh. Should he be a Hall of Famer? What you think?
It's funny. I actually was pondering that when I started seeing his name come up in regards to the issue. 2 championship rings.
He got
2 championship rings, multi-time All-Star. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. If you look back at guys that are in the Hall of Fame right now, it's no reason why Chris Bosh should make the Hall of Fame. Now, was it because if he was on the same team as LeBron and Dwayne Wade? Absolutely. If he never had that era with them, it would be tough for you to sit here today and say Chris Bosh deserves to be in the Hall of Fame off Toronto.
But he would have had a lot of All-Star games. He would have had a lot of All-Star games.
He would have had a lot. But how many of those, not saying this in bad way, how many healthy seasons do you think we would have seen with Bosh? It was some added motivation to keep Bosh healthy because he was on a competitive team.
Yeah.
As soon as they kind of crumbled,
that blood clot kind of you can't really do too much with that.
Exactly.
It ain't like you coming off a knee injury. So I think let's look at he averaged for a career 19 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 19 and 8 and 2. I mean that's not bad.
It's not average. It's not average. That's not average.
That's above average.
Yeah.
And you gotta look what he did.
You gotta count the rings.
I say he in there because you look at that. The Football Hall of Fame is harder to make than the Basketball Hall of Fame. Because you look, Grant Hill made the NBA Hall of Fame. If a healthy Grant Hill, no question, is probably one of the top 50 players of all time. If he stays healthy, the caliber of player.
I hear that argument a lot too. Maybe I just haven't seen enough film, but
they're going off of what he did at Duke as well. They take that college stuff into the equation.
Christian Laettner should be a Hall of Famer then. Christian Laettner should be a Hall of Famer.
Ridiculous now.
That's what I'm saying. Grant did nothing on the NBA level. No disrespect, he battled some injury, but he wasn't.
He stayed. Once he got healthy, he stayed consistent. I would say he was a consistent player. He wasn't.
Oh, I got you. The ceiling came down a little bit after the injury.
Yeah, but he is a Hall of Famer though. I mean, I don't.
Like you speaking it because he is currently in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame, yeah. And even my boy T-Mac is in the Hall of Fame, and he didn't have much playoff success. Another guy derailed by injuries.
That's a guy that I feel was there strictly off talent. He deserves it. I feel like he just showed us too much not to be there.
Yeah, I would like to see T-Mac healthy. He's just, man, they make the finals, man.
Yeah, but he was dealing with some beast out there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just ain't make the final. That's the only thing I got. I'm a T-Mac, one of my favorite players. Him and AI. A couple other guys I ain't gonna name right now. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But I would definitely Chris Bosh. He's a Hall of Famer to me.
I agree.
To me,
I agree.
He got the
rings
and he got the rings in All-Star games, and he got 2 rings at that. Then he came out in that 03 draft, was kind of, and you know how the 03 class is kind of glamorized.
Definitely.
With Melo Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron. So
was even in some MVP talks, them 05, 06 years.
Yeah, he like I said, he put up numbers. So I mean, shout out to Chris Bosh, man.
Yeah. Hopefully he's healthy, living a good life.
So let's see. You got some topics you want to touch on, man?
Man, even NBA, let's talk on this because this has kind of been coming up a lot. I'm switching gears here, switching to college a little bit, but something that was brought to light again by somebody I like to listen to, Stephen A., was talking about where's the future of the NCAA. You got Wiseman out in Memphis under Coach Hardaway. I mean, a great talent, exciting guy to watch. Really, literally brought Memphis from unranked to a very competitive team because of that young man. Obvious NBA talent.
Yeah, 7'1", athletic.
Very,
run the floor.
Very athletic. Yet, what does the NCAA do? They continue to pull up these rules and these allegations, which I'm sure are true. but I'm saying, as a fan, is that really what we want to deal with? Or would we rather tune in to overseas basketball and catch guys like LaMelo? You know what I mean? Entertaining guys, young guys, balling. Different than a freshman year at Duke. You know what I mean? Other than the channel. So you tell me, Georgie, what you think about that?
I don't know too much as far as about the allegations.
Okay. Well, let me propose it. Yeah, I know
okay.
it. I know it. So Wiseman, when he was in high school, he was being recruited by Coach Hardaway. Okay. During this process, he was also relocating his family from another state. This state, of course, happened to be Memphis. So people started alleging that, hey, Coach Hardaway paid for this young man to move from his hometown to where he was now relocating because his family came along with him. The truth is, someone loaned him the money, and the money was paid back. That's been the big debate. Is that true? What evidence? Now, as far as that information, I don't have, but that's the gist.
I don't see, as far as like the regular law for people as citizens, I don't see it. Somebody loans you some money and then it gets paid back. Even if somebody
gave you some money.
let you borrow some money. Ain't no contract, signed up written where you got to pay him back. I don't see what's the problem if he just got a loan and this guy's gonna be in the NBA. Hey man, let me just throw you some money, but make sure your family's straight for right now. Hit me back when you can. No big deal. Do your thing at Memphis. You straight.
Exactly right. I feel like the NCAA is continuing to turn a blind eye to I guess a non-popular idea that everybody that goes to college and plays basketball does not have money. A lot of these guys are coming in below the poverty line. I think that's something that needs to be brought to light and spoken about with the NCAA. If not, they will lose guys year after year after year.
Yeah, I just think, man, it's a tough thing. I'm not gonna call it as a double-edged sword, but I do think I think the NCAA is going too hard on certain things. Mm-hmm. But this, I think I know they don't want to pick and choose which situations they turn. They look another way. But they really gotta. I know they're trying to go by the guidelines and make sure like nobody's doing no illegal recruiting where they're just giving guys, hey, I'm gonna give you all this money to come here. Another recruit, I'm gonna give you all this money to come here. That's how it looks. So I get it, but at the same time, no, not to diss Memphis, but it's Memphis.
It's Memphis.
It's Memphis. They're nice. They have a good basketball program, but they're not.
They're not a.
It wasn't like they were
Chapel Hill. They're not Duke.
Top 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just kind of think like some things like I don't think that's a big issue with if what you just told me is like mostly accurate. At least halfway accurate. I don't see what's the big deal over that. So I think like you saw what LaMelo did. He going overseas. Brandon Jennings did it. Back when we was up in middle school.
Arguably opened the doors for these guys.
Yeah, most definitely. But other than that, man, I don't see a big deal, man. I think they should let these guys and play. And then I know they are talking about paying players. I think some players should get paid because top recruits, and if if they really putting up numbers and like making highlight reel plays, like Zion was at Duke.
Come on now.
Uh,
Come on. Zion literally is a perfect example.
He can get some bread. He should get some bread. Not every player on that team. Now you can get like a little bonus if you on the team or something, even if you ride the bench. But nah, that player, he's making the highlight reels. He's the reason ESPN is tuning in.
Yes.
Everybody across the world is tuning in to watch us play. And Zion Williams needs some type of money because everybody else is making money off of him.
Yeah,
I know the tuition.
School is.
I know the tuition, everything covered. I get that. That's great. Like that's great. All that's covered. But y'all pretty much making all this extra money off of me. Like it's crazy the amount of money they make off of him. So I do think like a type of player like a Zion deserves a little bit like some incentive or some type of bonus. You know, nothing crazy, but just make sure
make it fair.
Make sure he's straight. You know, where he don't got that one for nothing that he can't get to. You know, have access to. So.
He should be able to fill up his vehicle, no problem. He should be able to feed himself, no problem. He maybe enjoy extracurriculars, no problem.
Yeah, like going back to years back when Shabazz Napier, I feel like he said he didn't have much to eat some days, you know, and he played for UConn, you know.
Top school.
Yeah, top school, and he don't really have much to eat. So a guy like that should have been straight, you know, to eat.
Shouldn't have been any question.
You know, just make sure he's straight. We ain't saying have no flashy lifestyle, nothing like that, anything like that. I'm just talking about, you know.
Ration out. It's just a slap in the face when you got guys like a Tim Tebow that'll sit here, you know what I mean, and argue with you.
I didn't even hear his comments. I was like, man, this stuff, like, because everybody is going to feel one way about it. It's no median what I'm saying. I feel like it needs to be a balance, but like I say, certain players do need to get paid, and then if they are getting paid, you can throw a little bit of bread for like the bench players or the players that's not really playing. You know, nothing crazy.
Yeah, like
just make sure they, like you said, they got food and they can eat and just the regular activities, and they'll be all right.
A little something, just something to make it even, make it fair. I think if the NCAA doesn't make some adjustments within the next 5 to 10 years, we will see a drastic decline with the enrollment of high caliber basketball players in the NCAA. We will see a decline.
Yeah, they're probably gonna try to enter to the G League. I'm not sure what the exact qualifications are or the requirements to enter the G League.
I do know you get a check though.
Yeah, do some type of check, you know.
No,
so
you get a check for it.
That'd be nice. And then he's like, a lot of these leagues overseas gonna start looking over here like, you want to come play with us?
Yep.
Hey, a year we give you this amount. We give you this amount of money for a year. You be straight.
Yep. Guys could take it. 18-year-old who's seeing mom go to work every day and still maybe not cover what she needs, but he can go over here and make what mom been working for 3 years in 3 months. Yeah. So why wouldn't that kid?
And they might say, hey, you can bring you and your mom. We got this. We already rented out this place for y'all. Yep. You know, or this house for y'all. Y'all can stay in. Don't worry about that. And you're gonna get this contract full of incentives and money.
And they don't have to worry about those type of issues coming up later, like, hey, you broke a rule because you came here and your family moved here. Like, when is the NCAA? Yeah, they just haven't really.
They're gonna be 18 and grown man, just providing for their family.
That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah. So and I think that the other leagues, they know that this guy's not gonna stay here for a long time. He's just gonna help for the season. He's gone once June comes. He's going.
They
to the
still
draft.
benefit from him. Though.
Yeah, but they still benefit from him. You
for
know,
sure.
they make their money. But everybody knows they make money off of him. But you're gonna get those players are also getting paid. So that'll be. I think that is something that will start to be a current trend.
For sure. That's to me. That's the proper professional. I feel like anytime anyone's making money off kids or men playing a sport, that's when it's no longer just a sport. It's a business. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a business, and in businesses, guys get paid.
Yeah,
they
are making money off of them, man. I'll tell you that much. They're making good money off of them.
$1 billion setup, NCAA. $1 billion setup. What else you got for us today, Trizzy?
Did you want to touch on the Tar Heels, or you want to say that for another day? Wait till they get good, play a little bit better.
Let's go ahead and get it out the way because I know Duke fans. They know
Duke, NC State fans, just North Carolina haters. Period. You know,
it's a rough year, and I'm not even gonna blame Anthony Cole. Honestly, I'm not gonna blame Anthony Cole. I'm gonna keep this one short because, like you said, it's early in the year. We haven't even
still been getting whooped though.
We still getting smacked on, but it's early in the year. Gonzaga which was our last game, was definitely a eye opener. We couldn't even compete.
I when I saw that on the schedule, I was like, them boys gonna have to show a lot of heart to win that game, man. And I figured we was gonna be outmatched, man. And when I checked to see the scoreboard, my prediction was correct. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not gonna blame Anthony Cole, man. I mean, he's a great talent. I feel like I did like to see Roy switch it up. We've never been the type of team UNC to go after guys like that. Anthony Cole's a top recruit.
Top recruit. That was good.
Guy making a lot of noise. A guy that pretty much let you know, hey, I'm coming here. I need the ball in my hand.
Yeah, that was good to see. But they ain't, from the few like smaller games I'm catching, it just don't seem like they got the 3-point shooting that they always had. You know, they always kept a few shooters, and then the transition game going up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, UNC, they'll run for the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, to the clock hit 0. So
just up and down.
And it seems like they're not. We're not having that this year. So
yeah, so it's definitely disappointing. But I will say this: some teams to look at. You know, stepping out my UNC bubble, Louisville top team. I mean, Louisville top team. They got 2 guys who I feel will be NBA caliber. It's a lot of NBA caliber guys in the ACC right now. But we'll just let it play out.
Yeah. Another team I'll throw out there is Michigan. I think Juwan Howard, he doing his thing up there. So hopefully, you know, that's the team I would like to see have some more success with Juwan Howard. That'd be nice. That is the one team I have been kind of like watching, seeing what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely interesting with Coach Boeheim relieving those duties to Juwan Howard. He didn't relieve him directly, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. He was next up.
Definitely next up. The team definitely started off surprisingly well. They were unranked at first, quickly got into a tournament and smacked 2 ranked teams.
Right.
UNC
Did it quick.
being one of them.
Yep.
So then they got ranked. You know, so shout out to Juwan, just like you said.
All right, so we're going to switch gears a little bit. We can go to the NFL, man. And I guess we're going to.
My boy, big trust. Big trust.
We're going to start with that man, Lamar Jackson, man. Let's just talk about it, man.
Ooh. I'll talk about 1,100 yards rushing, 33 touchdowns.
Hey, man, who would have thought, man, he was going to break Michael Vick record? I mean, we saw it coming this year, like, by the time he got closer and closer to it, but I'm just saying, like.
Man, I'm happy. Let's just say that. I'm happy.
As you can see, my boy here, Ravens fan.
Big Ravens fan. I've seen some sorry quarterbacks come through there, and I've seen some good ones. You know, we got the best that we could out of Flacco. Shout out to the organization for even recognizing the time for change, not allowing for us to sit like a New York Giants and just rot for 2 years.
I actually knew the general manager. That was his last year he went on and moved up to get Lamar. So that was big.
That's big. That's just a big organization. Shout out to Lamar's leadership. Only year 2.
Yeah.
Only year 2. And the camaraderie in the team, in the locker room, we can see from watching the game.
Give always credit to his teammates. You know,
always.
He ain't really too cocky. He's just gonna do what he do. You know,
always.
Just try to prove it and just proving people wrong. You know,
I love it.
They say he couldn't play quarterback and need to be a receiver. You know,
even that he does it in a humble way, still reminding you like I didn't forget what y'all were saying.
Yeah, you know, most definitely. Like, oh, that's nice for a running back, huh?
That's nice for a running back. Yeah.
But yeah, he doing good things, man. I just like to say that to see Michael Vick record be broke, nobody thought was gonna break that
with 2 games remaining in 2 weeks remaining in the season.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. I thought Cam like Cam when he was a little bit younger, man, had a chance not to break the record, but get to that 900. You know, kind of, make Vic a little nervous, like, oh, he might break my record. Just how much Carolina was running on him, but Lamar is just once he get out in that open space, it ain't no. You know, people could catch Cam, a little bit. It usually had to worry about Cam running over you and trying to get him down.
Yeah,
but
he
Lamar,
gonna get first down.
You ain't really touching Lamar. You're not gonna get a good hit on him or nothing because he's so quick, fast. He got a nice size to him, but he's not overly big. Like I ain't gonna say Cam overly big, but he's a big target. So a lot of people are gonna be taking a lot of hits at they have took a lot of hits at Cam.
For sure.
He's just such a big target, and Lamar, I think he does a good job. I think it helps that he has RG3 behind him, so he can learn from RG3 the mistakes. Or I am not even gonna say mistakes. Learn from what he didn't do correctly.
Maybe so. Maybe hopefully RG3 is offering some commentary on what he could do because he definitely did everything not to do. Yeah. RG3 did.
And I know he be talking to Michael Vick. And, like I say, just seeing. I think Lamar came in at a good time. Just unbelievable talent, football talent, and he saw. He got to see a little bit of Russell Wilson, the Cams, grow up seeing the Vince Young, the Mike Vick. And I think he's just saw it, even Colin Kaepernick, but he just got so much quickness, man.
Man, it's only one name that you said that I feel is even resembling him, and that's Mike. That's Mike. To me, his athleticism is not even saying this from a Ravens fan, but his athleticism is crazy.
Yeah, he's the closest thing I've seen to Mike Vick, and I'm not gonna say that.
I know. In a year or two, we'll be able to say what I think you was about to say.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. It's too early, boy. They'll get on me, man. They get on me for saying that. But
I'll say this: he will probably walk away from this Super Bowl rings. If you look at accolades, if you look at stats, he'll probably walk away from this doing laps around Mike. And that's not to take away from what Mike was doing.
I was just talking about running the football. I'm thinking he might be better than Vic right now. Just running. I think he a better. I mean,
he a better runner than Vic, but Vic has a better arm. Had a better arm than
Lamar.
That
Vic, man.
He could launch that.
He could launch it.
He could launch it, and he had accuracy. I mean, for this guy to go to prison wrongfully to me, but go to prison, come back to the league and still put up numbers. You know what I'm saying? Take your team to the NFC Championship one year. Like Mike did his thing. Mike really did his thing out in Philly.
Yeah, he should pay for some times. I don't think he was the main one that was doing the whole dog fighting thing, if I'm not mistaken. It was so long ago, man.
It was his house, you know.
It was just like somebody should have been a guy that's. I mean,
he probably wasn't.
Mike could have paid for them lawyer fees and everything, you know, man. Could have paid for them lawyer fees. You would have did the same amount of time, and Mike would have made sure you were straight once you got out.
Yeah, somebody should have said.
Hopefully, if I think he, you know, as a stand-up, hopefully he's a stand-up guy. I don't know him personally, but just from camera, hopefully he would have, you know, took care of the guy once he got out, or whoever was the main party that was doing the dog fighting. Like I said, and dog fighting is wrong. I'm just saying
it's definitely wrong. It's
you know,
I'm
not you know behind dog. Yeah, co-signing or behind dog fighting. But I was just like, I feel like Mike should have paid a good amount of fines. Maybe got suspended half a season. Maybe in a year, but I don't think he should have went to prison. I feel like somebody else was more guilty of that. You know, I mean, there's so much stuff other guys do, like
a lot of other guys who don't look like Mike Vick.
Domestic violence, that's big in the NFL, man, and a lot of guys do that and don't get no prison time. So,
we seen what Ray did.
A bunch of other crimes. So you know, yeah,
the media chose to do what they wanted to do to Mike Vick.
Hey, man,
same thing like they trying to do now. They won't even allow this man to. They're trying to petition right now to get him off as a captain for the Pro Bowl. Can Mike Vick please he served his time. He's paid his dues.
Oh, they don't want him a part of Pro Bowl at all?
They have petitioned.
He done did things with Peter. He done did other stuff.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
You know, everybody at one point got to learn from their mistakes. So I think he done learn from mistakes. He was young at the time, you know, so like I said, he did. I ain't gonna say it. It was stupid.
It was stupid.
It was stupid. I'm just, you know.
Not co-signing. It was
stupid. It was some dumb stuff. When you're in that type of position, you know, you got the money to change your life and your family life for generations, man. You need to make the right decision. So he wasted his career a little bit. I wish we could have seen more, a couple more years out of him. But hey, man, we got Lamar, man. I think Lamar's a special talent and no brainer for me for MVP.
No brainer. It's not even close. I mean, highest grossing Pro Bowl votes right now, leading all candidates in MVP votes. So as far as the best quarterback in the league, I will say Lamar Jackson.
You would say Lamar best
quarterback because I mean I get confused when I had this conversation with guys. I in the same boat they tell me, well, when you say quarterback, I'm only looking at what the guy can do in the pocket. Well, as a quarterback, can you lead the pocket? Are you allowed to lead the pocket as a quarterback? This guy is doing it better than what guys before him have done.
I still say Patrick Mahomes has the most like talent. As like I would say talented. Patrick Mahomes, I think talent and everything. He's like a better I think he's a better quarterback, better overall player. Give me a player. Give me Lamar.
Man, if I'm starting
and you gotta make sure you got the. If I'm starting a team, it's between Lamar and Patrick Mahomes right now. I think I'm snatching up Pat Mahomes.
I would still go with Lamar. Seeing what I see now.
He a cheat code right now.
Yeah,
he a cheat code. Patrick Mahomes not a cheat code. Last year he was, but right now Lamar's on some like cheat code type of stuff. I'm taking, and it's good to see like all these black quarterbacks, man.
Yeah, it's definitely refreshing. I think he's the first of. He's right now as far as type of players in the league. He's kind of setting himself apart personality wise, even from the black quarterbacks. Personality wise. Appearance, you know what I mean? Just influence. He just really.
Or somebody that like Vic kind of look like us, AI, or
I
look
feel
like,
like he's being genuine all the time.
Yeah, you don't got to have the clean cut guy all the time. So I mean, even because Russell Wilson.
Sometimes with Russ it feels forced. A guy with a lot of sponsors. I know he's saying what he got to say, but I don't feel like I really know Russ. Lamar, when Lamar gets up there and says what he says behind the podium, or he's saying something on the interview, I feel like that's the same energy he would give if that interviewer wasn't here.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't nothing dressed up. And another guy, Deshaun Watson, he always, always articulate and come correct.
Yeah. Definitely represents these guys. Don't get Russ, Deshaun. What's another one? These guys represent themselves well. Pat. Yeah,
Jacoby Brissett, even though he's not on the same talent level,
caliber-wise.
Yeah, I just threw that out there because he's a black quarterback.
He is.
Yeah.
No, he's out there.
He's starting black.
Even a backup like RG3, these guys may be able to present themselves well, but I don't get the same feeling I get from a Lamar, and I think teammates recognize that too. I mean,
he wasn't even like when James came in. James was a little childish.
Yeah,
a little bit. He still have his moments. Even when he did the speech and he licking his fingers, like. Wait, I know you've seen that, man.
Yeah, he a kid.
Like that's cringe. That was cringeworthy. That's some of the most cringeworthy stuff I've seen. I mean, what grown man licks their fingers to hype a team full of grown men up, man? Whoa. Suck their fingers, man. To throw up a W. My man said we're gonna eat a W today.
Oh man. Oh, I'm sure they still get on him about that one. But I mean, again, we just named a bunch of good quarterbacks, African American quarterbacks. And Lamar, to me, still stands far apart.
I mean, he's just special, man.
He's special. He's really
like I said, I got him and Patrick Mahomes just up there because they're just special, man. They're special.
Talent-wise, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Or don't get me wrong, Russell Wilson is a great quarterback. Russell Wilson is a top 5 quarterback. Deshaun Watson, top 5. Yeah, he's top 5. No question. He's top 5. Yeah. I tried to think of a few guys. I was like, nah, it's his time. Like,
I think since we're on football, man, and people have been talking about this really the past 2 years, and it's sad to say because the man just won a Super Bowl. Do you think Tom Brady is a year or two from his way out, or have we seen the best of Tom Brady?
We probably didn't seen the best as far as statistics and maybe like his prime as far as health is concerned, as far as like top speed, top strength, throwing power, and everything. But I still think if you put the right pieces around him, he's still going to be one of the top quarterbacks in the game. I think he's still got a year or two left. A good, solid year. Another good year. After that, maybe another solid year. But
okay.
I just think it's all with the pieces you put around him, man. Give him some weapons and you can see what Tom Brady do.
I mean, I've seen Tom around guys that I don't even know. I've never heard of, and still I'm finding out in the Super Bowl. Killing them.
Yeah.
Killing them.
Just give me 4 running backs and Julian Edelman and then another guy, and we're going to be all right.
That's it.
I mean, it's much respect to him. Like I said, one more good year, another solid year after that, and then I had to see how he finishes off next year. 'Cause I know he'll be back.
Okay.
I know he'll be back.
Yep. I know we done touched on football, basketball, NBA.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going to switch back to the NBA just for a second.
Do you mind if I stay on the football?
Nah,
No, just
go ahead. No, go
one
ahead,
second.
go ahead. Yeah.
Talk about my boy Cam Newton, man.
Oh, yeah.
They trying to get my man the boot out of town.
Please
I want to
don't.
stay.
Please don't.
I want to stay. I know the guy to my right. He ain't the biggest Cam fan.
I'm really not. I got my own reasons for that. I feel like Cam didn't really polish himself as he should have. I feel like Cam is too close as far as skill level to the same guy that we drafted straight out of Auburn. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I get it, but he's still like when Cam is on, man. That man, like when Cam like really like go follow throughs with throwing motion, footwork, got his feet planted. I done seen him make some crazy throws and like win us some games. Man.
Tight spots. I
done seen him win us some games, man. He competes, man. I know he had that one moment in the Super Bowl where they say he could have jumped on the ball. I'm
not holding that against him. Team was
we were getting
that.
smacked around, man. The offensive line was not protecting him, man. So the refs ain't protecting me either. I mean, I know you ain't just supposed to throw a flag for anything, but you just can't, like you see a illegal hit and throw the flag. But that's just a whole nother topic about that Super Bowl. But I think as far as last year, the Panthers, they were 6-2 going to that Pittsburgh game. T.J. Watt got a good hit on him. He has an injury. Mm-hmm. Ever since the injury, they pretty much lost every game since then. But they were in a lot of games they should have won. Just to name a few, they should have beat Detroit. They should have beat the Seahawks. And it was a Tampa game where you could see where that's when he really didn't have. He had a lot of turnovers, but we were still in the game. It's a lot of games where we should have won, but really play calling, and it was kind of Ron Rivera's fault. You know, we should have won a lot of those games. Then fast forward to this year, Cam gets hurt in the preseason against New England. You know, he hurts his got the I can't think of the name of the injury he has, but it's something with his foot. I can't pronounce it right now. But comes in, tries to he plays the first 2 games, Tampa Bay game. Both of those games were winnable. The Rams game, we kind of came back a little too late, but the Tampa Bay game, we definitely were on the goal line. And that's what everybody pretty much knew, something wrong with Cam. Like, why didn't they do a QB power or just run it straight in to win that game?
Yeah.
So that it's tough. I think Cam he's scheduled to make 20 million, $20 million next year, which is a bargain for a starting quarterback in the league now, because that's like Jared Goff money. Not Jared Goff, excuse me. Jared Goff makes like $35 million, I think. He's what's the guy down there?
Jacksonville?
What's Nick Foles money?
Nick Foles, okay.
And he got 1 more year. I just think
and Nick got a Super Bowl.
Okay. he do though.
Nick got a Super Bowl.
But I just think Cam, they just need to let him Cam just needs to show that he can stay healthy. I think that's a fair opportunity. Just let him stay healthy. I mean, this man turned the French. We wasn't a bad franchise, but he has kept us relevant for a very long time. I think only do him right by letting him play his last season of his contract and let him prove if he can stay healthy. And if he can stay healthy and put up good numbers and we're winning, then give him that long-term contract. You know, I'd be a little hesitant just because of the injuries, but I would definitely like to see him stay in Carolina, retire in Carolina if that's possible. We all know Kyle Allen. He's a good backup quarterback. As far as starting for your team,
he showed us.
You know, it's kind of shaky. He has highs and when he has okay highs, you know, but when he's off, he's off. I mean, the man, I think, got like 22 turnovers, man, on the season.
That's terrible.
And that's not even the whole season.
That's
you know, you didn't play the first 2 games, and you're not going to play the last. You're probably not going to play the last 2 games of the season.
Nah, he's not.
So that's 12 games.
Look like he's gonna start.
That's 12 games where you just turn the ball over. So.
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, I think Carolina fans were some Carolina fans were eager to see the moves made. You know what I mean? But once they got the ball rolling, they kind of saw that the Cam train was leaving and they needed to be on it. Yeah. So that just speaks loves.
Yeah, I think some fans just kind of jump ship too quick. You know, I say, man, if we can get an offensive line, we get I would like to see another playmaker, a wide receiver, but I just really want to solidify the offensive line. I think we'd be good to go next year, man.
We'll see. See what Cam want to do too. I don't want Cam here if Cam doesn't want to be here.
No. He actually when he did, cause you know he always doing like community
charity
work.
Around
he mentioned probably like I think it was last week or a few days ago. Let me not misspeak on this, but he did say he was like, Carolina's gonna have to ship me out. They want me to leave. So he said he wants to stay here.
That'd be nice.
And that was kind of encouraging to hear that. Because you know, if he wants to be here, hopefully him and David Tepper and Marty Hurney and all those guys, they can work out something.
Already had some conversations.
Yeah, we had some conversation. Like, hey, I just wish the organization would like say Cameron's our guy and Cameron be our quarterback next year. You know, stand by the man. You
that's
know,
what good organizations do.
Would do. You know, if even though he's not, he hasn't won the Super Bowl for Carolina, he took us there. I know, like, New Orleans, of course, Drew Brees is our guy. I know the Patriots, it would be like Tom Brady is our guy, you know, and so on and so on. So, just like how Philly was doing Carson Wentz, we knew, you know, Nick Foles, you know, he was kind of helping out, but
kinda.
I mean, he was doing his job and more.
Got him to the bowl. Nick got him to the bowl for real.
Guys knew that, you know, Carson Wentz. I mean, it was the controversy, but the team still stood behind Carson Wentz.
I'm still on the fence with Carson. If you
a lot of injuries for the Eagles right now. A lot of injuries. I can't judge them, but they still competitive and they're elite. I think they in front. But they got a big game coming up this week.
7-7, about to play Dallas, who's 7-7.
So that'll really see who's gonna probably take home that division and get that home playoff game. That's crazy. One of the teams gonna get a home playoff
leading
game.
The division. 7-7, leading the division. That's terrible.
And I wish, man.
Terrible. But that's good. That's good. A lot of things going on. Big time with NBA. Big time with NFL. It's gonna be a long season. Season.
Any other things you want to touch on?
I think that's good. Might want to save it for another day.
Yeah, man. We're definitely gonna probably get an episode out in a week or two. I know it's been thank you and shout out to everybody who watched the first video. It was a little rough.
For sure.
Hopefully this video will come out a little bit smoother and everything. But we appreciate those who subscribe. Even though it's not a lot, and we'll take it, man.
We'll get better and better.
Don't be afraid to comment, critique. Hey, we taking all comments. We don't really care. But yeah, man. Thanks for the support and shout out to everybody who watched it.
For sure. Have a good one. Y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir.